Teddy. And I can't walk apparently. Well, this is my leg. We took it up with this one. Yeah, apparently, I don't know if it's called the duck walk or something, but you have to do the whole... I now look like I'm stalking some kind of animal. Yeah. Like my knees don't go like this. That's it, nice steady first. Got to the pool with the British. Please don't watch me video. Oh, my usual is, because I take go around, do run photographs and then do some positive video. And then I got somewhere, I was like, coming back around with the camera, and they already turned the lights off. I was like, hang on, I'm not finished yet.
Well, I think you're absolute natural at, to be fair.
I just love it.
So I'm pleased you're back in.
Meeting people, love being part of one of the happiest times of people's lives, you know, when they're finding a new home.
Oh, that's so
which
true.
Is just,
yeah.
It's just really exciting to be part of that.
Yeah.
And I love it. So, yeah, I missed that.
Brilliant.
So that's why I came back.
Making people happy.
Making people happy. There's a lot of job satisfaction.
Isn't there just, yeah.
Frustration as well.
Frustrations. Like this morning, being stood up.
Yeah. Having sent emails, made phone calls, been in contact with someone several times. Okay, see you at Wednesday at 10 o'clock.
Wednesday, 10 o'clock. And instead it's now, what is it? Nearly 11.
Trying to call to see where they are and their phone's off. So, yes.
But nice opportunity to have a coffee, isn't it?
A nice opportunity to have a coffee in the sunshine.
Yeah, and catch up, because obviously I haven't seen you since you've been back again, as it were.
Exactly.
So, and obviously, although your clients obviously find you looking for more the country properties, but also you're getting a lot of inquiries for people coastal.
So we are mostly based inland. We're inland specialists, really. But we get a lot of inquiries of people looking for either coastal properties or not really sure what they want, but maybe their budget doesn't fit what they think they might get inland, or they want to be closer to amenities, which is often easier on the coast.
Yeah.
So because we don't have so many properties on the coast, then we work with lots of other agents.
Collaborate like myself.
And we hunt the properties which will suit them. That's the idea.
With clients is just, I'll go all out to find the right place, and that would be collaborating with whoever, and obviously in some cases, as we've had as well in the past, and what we're going to potentially have today, was obviously showing a property that belongs to another agent, and the listing agent. So that's where it gets a little bit complicated. But obviously, as long as everybody is on the same page, we all just, motivated to sell properties and find the right place. And
it's to find the right place.
And it's not always on our direct portfolio, which is, obviously as much as we, go about listing properties and putting things, it doesn't always, it's not always the perfect match for the client. But when that client comes through direct to you, you're not just going to go, well, I've got A, B, and C. That's it. No, sorry. See you later.
Not interested if you don't like what I've got.
Yes.
It's just the first part of it.
Yeah, then
you've got to follow it through until it's signed, and then usually even after that, I had a phone call this morning of somebody. Do you know where we can get a water tanker from?
Exactly.
And
that's
we do
what I mean.
A lot of that as well. Just sort of holding people's hand a little bit at the beginning, while they settle in.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, water tanks to gardeners to this, that, and other. Everything.
Yeah. Do you know somebody who can build a wall for me? Do you know somebody who can do this? So we try and put people in touch with the right people.
And obviously, and again, those are all areas that you think, well, you do all that sort of as a goodwill gesture, don't you? You just sort of part them, pass them on information and contacts, and then hope that those are successes in their own right, don't you? Because you think, oh God, well, he was great for that garden, but it's all part of the fun, isn't it? And as well, and I think sometimes actually with because it is such a process, you can actually become very close to your clients, don't you find as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And this is something I've found over the years. Just sort of walking through town, and then you'll hear somebody going, Bronwen!
Yeah. Oh! And I'm like, click, name.
I'm great with faces, not so good with names. So I generally recognise the person, and I can even sort of think which house that they've bought.
Oh, the house, the reference. I can often remember the reference code,
Don't remember their name.
5 years ago.
So bad with names. Then I walk off and go, oh yes, it was Fred.
Yeah, exactly,
Really, really nice, when you meet people sort of over time again, and how's things going, and there's like, oh, great, we love the house, and we're settled really well,
in and happy.
Life is great, and I often meet people and they go, oh, we've done so much to the house and you'll have to pop round
and see it.
When you're going past.
I like to do that as well. Yeah,
I love doing that.
Yeah,
it's really nice to see the stamp that people put themselves on a new house as well. We often spend several days with people while they're looking for properties, depending on what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Then you can spend a couple of days or a few days
Oh,
with
easy,
them
yeah.
going out
And
and looking
some,
at
yeah.
different properties, especially if you're going out meeting with other agents as well and things like that. So you do get to know them quite well.
Yeah.
Which is
Housewarming's
nice.
always good though, aren't they? The invites. Yeah. Meet the family. Yeah, well, and often, these things lead on to more listings, to clients. They'll obviously recommend, friends and family. So it's all, public relations in that sense as well. But it's well, obviously, I think for you as well, for me, it's a sort of, it's the pleasure that we take from the work, the satisfaction, and it often leads to other things.
Exactly.
To be fair.
Fair. I mean, yes, it's
spread
really
the love, isn't it? We
but
work hard, and we want everybody to be happy. Just good vibes, good karma.
I mean, for example, we've listed again this week a house which I sold somebody 4 years ago because their life's moved on, they need to
Changes
move on
and
to something
things.
else. But they called us first because they bought the house through us.
Of course,
And
yeah.
Again, fascinating to see what they've done with the house since they bought it. They've done so much work, and it's just amazing to see what they've done.
Yeah.
But it's lovely to see that, to be at the next stage again.
The next
with
stage
them.
of their lives,
And, you make people happy by finding the right house for them to buy, but you also make people happy by selling the house that they need to sell at the time to move on to the next stage in their life.
Yeah.
So you're making two parties happy, which is a lot of the pleasure of the job.
All happy days, isn't it? Everybody's happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or as happy as you can make everybody.
Well, exactly. Yeah. There's sometimes complications, isn't it? Especially if you're negotiating with bits and bobs and furniture and whatever else could sort of time scales as well. Often I find that's a little bit of a hurdle. People some want to move fast, others slow. You've got to find the
matching up what's best for the vendor and the buyer is often quite complicated.
Yeah.
And with
it's all
furniture,
part of the
we get that
challenges,
as
though,
well,
isn't it? And
a lot with furniture. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is part of the challenge, definitely.
You
The biggest problem for us is people travelling. So we've had a lot of appointments which have been cancelled because people's flights have been cancelled, or because they can't come now because they can't quarantine when they go back.
That's it. Exactly. That's the biggest thing, isn't it?
And they're desperate to come and to do viewings. So we're doing some virtual viewings now as well, and doing a lot more videos of houses too.
Brilliant.
I sold a house at the beginning of this month on a virtual viewing.
Excellent.
So went up, had a video call with them, and was like
walking
around. It's like, just tell me what you want to see, and I'll show you.
I've
that
done the
bit.
same. I'm
So,
like looking all the kitchen cupboards and
just sort of, this is everything which is around the villa. This is down the road. You can see where the neighbours are, and you can see this, and this is the
in
weird
fact,
bit
it's
about
more
the house.
more intensive like that. In fact, isn't it? Because you really want to give them the full picture, and if they're not physically there, they haven't had to drive to the property. Exactly that. It's not just the property itself; it's the surroundings.
It's everything which is around it. So sort of show. Cameras never take very good photos of views, I find. Some of the views that we have from our houses can be amazing, but it just won't be captured very well from a photo.
Absolutely, yeah.
But it is showed very well on a video.
Okay.
Or better. It's still not as good as in person because your peripheral vision is so much more than a video can ever do.
Yeah. And it's also the wind in your hair. It's the moment, isn't it, of seeing it and physically. Yeah.
But again, it was fantastic.
Actually, I was pleased and massively relieved as well that the couple that did buy through virtual viewing said that the property was better than they expected, having seen all of that. I mean, obviously I recorded them footage and sent them pictures and loads of stuff to study. But when they were there in person, they said, well, thank the Lord, because it's even better. I thought,
I had sold a house previously to somebody by photos. So this is quite a long time ago. Quite a long time ago, I suppose. It was about 4 years ago, I guess.
Photos alone.
I'm thinking now, I don't know why, maybe WhatsApp wasn't such a thing then. Things seem to move so quickly.
Yeah, it's so true.
But it was all photos, and he just said, can you go and take as many photos as possible? So I think I must have sent about 250 photos.